The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
If your home water doesn't taste right, look right, or smell right, just call Bryant for the solution to your water problem. Call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com. Visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City experts.
Big boxes are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go some with new and Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and trade money on the Play It Again Sport. Create the divine.
Friday, it starts now, and 93.7 The Ticket is here to help you stock up.
When I like you to pick clubs.
Time to broaden your horizons and try some new wine and beer. It's Thirsty Thursday with Kevin Meyer from Meyer's Cork and Bottle.
Coming in hot.
Coming in hot. The way I like it. Oh, there it is. Clean. Pop.
Clean. It wasn't a
pop,
big
pop.
Clean. Big one, but it was all right.
It's still pop.
Legit cork.
It is not the size of it. it is the clarity of the pop.
Yeah, clarity of pop.
Kevin Meyer.
And we're not talking about hops. We talking about pop.
Oh, he went double red today. He went double red all the way.
We cabin? Is it cabin?
Seems like this could be up Stricky's alley today.
This is we're going a little pinkies out, a little French wine today.
Ooh,
Esprit.
Yeah, it's
got some good stretch marks on it.
Stretch marks. Those are called legs.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Not what you said.
Yeah, I understood what you meant.
Yeah, right. It reads. Yeah. It reads. Kevin Meyer, the Meyer Cork and Bottle. How are you, brother?
I'm just fine, gentlemen.
Now we got to live up to gentlemen.
We're doing a little bit old school traditional, and we're doing a little weird. And so I figured the weird might not set up the old school traditional that well. So we're gonna do the wine first, and then we'll follow up with the weird. So
let's get it in.
This is called a Côte de Rhône. It's from a producer called Broté, and the Rhône Valley is the southeastern part of France. And generally the Côte de Rhône are the south part of that. And so it's kind of an interesting wine as a blend, and you can actually use up to 13 different grape varietals to make the wine from. So they'll blended a whole bunch of stuff together. And but the primary three is what they call the Giselle blend, or Grenache, Syrah, and Mourvedre. And essentially the Grenache just kind of gives you that bright cherry note to it. The Syrah adds a little bit of peppery quality, and the Mourvedre is a very thick-skinned grape, so it adds some beef to the wine, giving it some oomph. By having that diversity of flavors, aromas, and textures and whatnot, it creates a wine that's very, very versatile. And so anytime somebody throws me a curve, like, hey, my dad shot a wild boar, so what kind of wine should we have with that? There's no textbook pairing for that. So
tequila.
Right.
That's what you should have with that.
Just something like that. But with those wines so versatile, you can have it all by itself. It's one of the few wines that actually goes well with like beef stew and that sort of like savory type of thing.
Okay.
And it's just kind of an interesting wine, and they're super reasonable.
Is it a pasta? Like a pasta?
Yeah, that's the great thing about a wine like this is that you can throw it with anything and it's gonna work. And the reason that I brought it in is just because we're in that in between. So with 4 weeks for football, it's still summer. It's not quite fall. It's going to get hot again. And so let's just do kind of a wine that's all purpose since we're in the in between. Give it a taste and let me know what you think.
I definitely get the nodes of the cherry, the little undertones of the cherry.
I smell the cherry
You
first,
can smell it?
like from a distance. That was.
And if you'll notice, it's a little lighter than some of the others that we've had.
Yeah. It's very smooth.
It's kind of bright, but yeah, smooth.
Not what I expected.
Strick, what would Dollar Bill say about this? Trouble.
Because of that, the smoothness of it, you don't really think you're tasting wine.
Yeah,
but you do. I mean, you get it, but it's just so smooth on the palate. It just kind of it can hit nice after about a couple drinks.
It could sneak up on you, and but that's what the French are noted for. So they want to create a wine that's balanced and elegant. They don't want one that's in your face. That's not their style. It's not their philosophy of winemaking. But
this is the French confidence without the arrogance.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, it's it's not a pretentious wine,
right? Like it's like, oh no, they let you know. Listen, we like you enough not to think less of you for doing this.
And that's what he's saying is like, for real, like this is one that if I was with a nice cutie on my own, I took her out for
as opposed to
meal,
what?
And
Eric Strickland.
I'm just saying, as opposed to something that ain't cutie. You got to be
the cutie from church.
Okay, I got it.
A little sexiness to it.
Got
like somebody I'm
Girl
really feeling. I like her, right? And you sit down and you have a glass of this. She might think differently of you.
There's some
she might put
there.
you on. Yes.
Yeah.
Like that's the way I envision it. She puts you on another pedestal. She's like, ooh,
he's different.
Yeah.
This is a different glass of wine.
Yeah.
This is a different, substantial glass of wine. It's not overbearing.
Right.
It's comfortable.
What's the price on it?
These are $20.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like you can drink this and feel like you're drinking a $50, $60, $80 bottle.
This is a cheat code.
And get this, it's 14.5%, which is
that's what I was talking about.
It does not taste like 14.5.
I told you.
Wow. It sneak up
just
on you. It pop you for real.
Oh, that's when you again decisions. This is when decisions get made because it was like, wait a minute, this one. You got a special bottle of wine for me. and don't know.
About one or two bottles later.
Oh, you know now.
What's wrestling? The camel clutch?
Yep. Yep. Yeah. This is
figure
so
four
good.
leg lock.
Yeah, the figure four. Yeah.
This is so good.
It is so good. You guys
so
would love
good.
this.
Yeah.
Get this for your honey. If
if
you're a woman, bring this home to your husband because you'll let him know how much you love him.
Steak
when
it.
He drinks on this.
Steak it.
Bring this home to your baby if you want to let her know, baby.
Season the potato. Season the potato with this.
Austin?
Season the potato with this. This is not just baked potato. This is the seasoned skin that requires an extra statement. This is and please open this and have this on the table. Don't wait to open it when they get like this is one that you know what I could tell you.
Lit.
I need to tell you that this was airing. This is breathing.
Like you said, you can smell it. Like it's distinct. It'll hit you. It'll get you.
Like this is for all the dudes who have candles, scented candles in their crib. Yeah. This is you.
That's a fact.
Well, and the cool thing about this wine is that as good as it is, this is the entry level. So they get better from this. And so there's the Côte du Rhône is the southern part of France. There's a couple of specific villages within the Côte du Rhône. The closest one is called Vaqueras. And literally, you can ride a bike from one of these villages to another. And then the next grade up is one called Gigondas. And then the king wine of the southern Rhône is one called Châteauneuf de Pape. Literally means new palace of the Pope.
Deneuf is
And so what they essentially did, they created this city in the southeastern part of France specifically to attract the Pope out of the Vatican, to get him out of Italy and get him to spend more time in France hundreds of years ago.
This was a win.
And
did it work?
Oh yeah, it absolutely did.
Well, Kevin, I need to tell you that I need 2 on reserve for
Deal.
mañana.
Done.
When I come down to Lincoln tomorrow.
You shoot me a text. I'll have him wait.
I need 2 on reserve because that's
that's a hitter.
That's special.
That's a hitter.
All right. Glad you agreed. Yeah, because I mean, I normally bring what we would call New World wines in. So that's your California, that's your Argentina, that's your Washington State, Australia, stuff like that. And
Strick's pick.
This is definitely an old world wine. So I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, that's Strick's pick for the week. That's no question on that one.
That's a win.
You ready to get weird now?
Fizz.
Let's get it.
So
yeah, you went cute with the can. You went cute with the can today. Listen, see, this is the can would get this sold.
So
and I like strawberries and cheesecake.
Right.
This is a strawberry cheesecake sour ale, and kind of like Val Kilmer in the Doors movie. You guys remember that?
Mm-hmm. Fizz.
When he's trying to talk his buddies into dropping out.
Yeah.
This is where's your will to be weird? That's what this is our will to be weird right now. Only keeping it legal.
Oh, that Fizz real nice.
Let's get it.
Ooh,
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
and the
color hits.
Oh,
this is so
strawberry.
I feel bad for Jay Foreman.
This is
trouble.
This is a brewery out of Greeley, Colorado called Weldworks. And they are one of Colorado's most sought after breweries. And we get very little allocations of beer from them, but this just came in, so I thought, hey, let's get weird.
Let's get weird.
Let's
get weird.
Yeah, this is. Oh, stop it! Stop it, Kevin! What did you do?
Ooh.
What did you do?
Oh, that's out of bounds.
What did you do?
Come on, somebody. That did not taste like that.
It's
this
exactly
is a patio pounder.
Oh my goodness! This is
super patio.
Kev, what did you do?
It's exactly what it says it is. It's a strawberry shortcake
Come
sour
on,
ale.
man.
Yeah.
It's Kevin Meyer.
It did not taste like that, bro.
Okay, Greeley, Colorado. We hope y'all lose in a few weeks, but man, this is a winner. Like we mad at y'all, for after today. I'm mad at y'all.
This
but
even
today,
has the graham cracker in it.
This is.
I get the graham cracker late. The strawberry first, the graham cracker on the end. Absolutely.
And stop playing with
the
me.
Cream cheese. It actually is made with cream cheese, strawberry puree, and graham cracker, and it literally tastes like strawberry cheesecake
what
in
a
a beer.
could taste like, right?
You smell the graham cracker a little bit too. The little bit of like the honey and cinnamon notes.
I have no clue how they did that, but whatever they did to that is absolutely. And I'm not a super beer guy, but I would freaking drink that.
This is party time, man. Yeah. This is the frat and the sorority and the parents
and the parents
for the Sunday brunch.
Like they are all just like, you know what? We out back. Everybody to the backyard. Everybody. Like if you got a badminton net in your backyard or a tetherball court, this is it. This is it. We go sit like y'all go hit that tennis ball. I'm gonna sit over here with this here.
Yeah. Maybe some bags, some cornhole bags.
Cornhole bags.
Wow.
Pickleball.
Yeah. Stop playing with
that's
me.
Phenomenal, Kev. You did it today.
Isn't that fun?
Playing with me.
But you can see if we would have done this first and then jived into the wine, you probably wouldn't have the same reaction to the wine.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So that's why I chose it in the order I did.
Come on.
What is that going for? Is it in the 4? Is it in the 6?
Yeah, these are about $5 a can. And
I bet.
And we sell them individually.
No lie about that.
You can buy obviously a 4-pack as well. And but if you're just curious, it's fun to it's a $5 bill to drop on something that piques your interest. And
if this
it's exactly what it says it is.
If this is available in the bar, like I'm dropping 10 and happy with it. Like just put some ice on it.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with it. $10, take it. Like take my money, bro.
They used to have these little quirky things in bars back in our day, Kev, right? Where you would go and they'd get these big old, remember like at one of the bars, they'd have that big old glass with all the stuff. That's one of the ones you
and
can
it had
do
the spout,
everybody
sometimes it was even frozen too. Like yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
It was sort of the house specialty. Yeah.
Yes, that could be a house specialty where you could put all of that in one of those things and literally have you go in on it. That's how good that is.
John and Courtney say he'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
He'll be there. So save me a 4 or 6. Thank you. Yeah, I'm all in it. Like seriously, this is when it hits, and this weekend it's supposed to be 100 degrees.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So your Thursday night, Friday night, Like this is for the patio Thursday night football game
in the shade.
This is it.
Yeah.
It
This-
cools you down.
Saturday weekend, we doing this. This is crazy.
Well, and
good.
they come into at a mild 4.5% on this one, so it's also something that could have some longevity too.
It's a pounder.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
From one Kevin and Lincoln to another, we'll ask the expert.
Yeah.
Where can we get this?
Myers Cork and Bottle,
Located at
13th and South Streets. If you would like the phone number, it is 402-476-1518. You can also check us out at myerswine.com, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. My personal Twitter handle is Big Grill Guy, so you can check.
Yeah, you got too many aliases. You got a big grill guy, a big cab guy. I was like, wait a minute, I don't know which one of these is Kevin.
The Russian stole Big Cab Guy. It's
Yeah,
still
like
floating
I'm
out
like,
there.
there's too many Kevins
Well,
out there.
I'm not a huge social media guy, but I have to.
But you're a big guy in Lincoln. You need to get out there, bro. You need to be out there. Like I literally just tagged Russian Kevin Meyer.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, come on,
Russian
man.
Kevin Myers sitting there drinking vodka someplace.
Yeah, like he's up here trying to figure it out,
Eating
bro.
stroganoff.
Lemonhead would request the name of the beer one more time.
It is Weldworks Strawberry Cheesecake Sour Ale out of Greeley, Colorado.
Top of the line.
You know how we finish this.
Uh-huh.
I give it a 10. A 10.
Yeah.
I give it a 10.
Once
fact.
again, all
Like,
right.
Man, you were hitting perfection. Kevin Meyer, thank you, brother.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it, fellas.
Stay tuned. Jay Foreman joins us. We will take you into old school, and then we'll have a special guest 5 o'clock to let you know what's happening down at 1040.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app, listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving. Go cardio crazy in our clean and spacious clubs. Or get down with some dumbbells and strength equipment. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month. It's glow time. See Club for details.
Our Remington Homes has really expanded and taken off in the last 5 years.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders talking about their exciting new division, Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier and more affordable.
The exciting thing about a Remington home is you get to choose your floor plan from predetermined floor plans. You can select your options. We give you a lot of choices. By selecting certain floor plans, they're just easier to build. And you couple that with our great lot selection in all different areas. People do not want to be married to their house payment. They want to get a nice house with nice finishes in a great area for an affordable price. And that's what Remington Homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
H&H Roofing, established in 2015, is proud to serve the local area, which includes the tri-state area in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. H&H Roofing has a professional team that are licensed and bonded, GAF Master Certified Installers, and an insurance-preferred contractor that will work directly with your insurance company. Also a leading roofer, siding, and gutter specialist. H&H Roofing will service all residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Go to HandHroofs.com for more information or call 402-359-2546.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
General contractors, business owners, property owners, The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin at premierdw.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals. You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today. Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Summer is near. Now's the time to clean or replace your furnace filter to get the most out of your AC. Find energy-saving tips at les.com/save-energy.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Bob just wanted to say thank you for a record-setting July here at Koppel. The summer sales event continues in August, and the incentives are crazy good. Check this out. We got 0.9% financing along with a $2,500 trade-in rebate on select new models. You heard right. 0.9% financing has been extended along with a trade-in rebate. Also, our GM-certified used inventory is filling up fast, so make that money-saving drive to Koppel. It's just south of the interstate, or shop online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with roof credit.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're getting the party started. Thirsty Thursday is over. Strict with his goodie bag is out. Jay Foreman, DP, and Austin, we are in. We want to thank Kevin Meyer. Thirsty Thursday is always better when he stops over and lighten us on the libations that he brings in. So we always appreciate it. Appreciate seeing him and his support. But we're on the old school officially. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin, brought to you by the Mercado Certified Piedmontese Special Ingredients and Butcher Shop, located at 84th and Havelock and 30th and Yankee Hill. Every type of meat and every type of cut. 2 locations to get you coming and going. But every step of the way, they get great service and great food and great selection and atmosphere. So we appreciate their support as well. It is Thursday officially, 2 weeks away from game day. 2 weeks and essentially 2 hours and 26 minutes before kickoff in the first game in Matt Rule era.
Hold that thought, Jay Foreman.
What's up?
Hold that thought.
What's up, man?
So Saturday night at the Icebox.
Yeah.
So Lori Crocker from the Stars, president of Lincoln Stars, and she's like, "Hey man, what are you doing Saturday?" Micromania. 16, and don't get off on it. I'm just reading the copy. Right? Micromania wrestling, midget wrestling at the Icebox. We have a pack of 4. We're going to give those tickets away. They're trying to get Jay Foreman. They want Jay to be a part of a match where the bad guy's starting to win, and Jay Foreman has had enough, and he jumps up to the apron. They tag him in. Jay Foreman slams the villain. The good guy jumps on top for the win, and then we hear the whole arena chant, "Go Big Red!" Like they even asked if Jay would wear like a red Husker mask.
Yeah. It's a definite no. I ain't wearing a mask. I gotta check my schedule, man. I wish I would have known before.
Well, no, she just came by. She came by this afternoon. We've got a lot of stuff planned with the Stars. Of course, the Rocky Russo show will start back up in September. Their season starts in September as well, so we'll jump into it pretty quickly. But Austin has come up with a trivia question that will give away.
Is it easy? Everybody always says mine is too hard. The last
this is Jay Foreman level hard. He went hard.
The last 4 I did were like layups.
I'm proud of this one.
All right, let's hear it.
With this being, again, for now, the last year of divisions in the Big Ten, my question for the 4 tickets for Saturday is this. Since the Big Ten went to divisions for football in 2011, how many times have both division winners gone undefeated in conference play? How many times?
From the East and West, you mean?
And Legends and Leaders. It factors in.
What do you mean?
So back when there wasn't East and West. It was,
yeah.
Yeah.
So all the way back to 2011, few years of Legends and Leaders.
So how many times do they meet up?
With both division winners being undefeated.
Man, that is hard.
And if you if you do not want the tickets for Saturday night, you can answer it, but put in your comment in your answer that you don't want the tickets, so that somebody who wants to go watch midget wrestling Saturday can do that. And then we've set up some other things for you, Jay. They asked you if you want to get between the pipes, put on all the goalie pads,
and
the mask.
Bro,
right?
I can't skate, man.
What? No,
I'll drive.
Just sit there.
Listen,
Just sit
man.
there.
Listen, I love hockey. I love watching hockey. Okay? I love playing hockey on my PlayStation. That's it. I will go and drop a puck, and I will go.
That's gonna happen.
And I'll drink beer or whatever when I'm there. Like all the other stuff. Like, bro, I got some physical issues going on, man, that I can't do.
They want you to take shots on goal, but you're shooting.
I can do that.
You're shooting from the carpet, though. You're shooting from the. So
I think I got like a nice. I used to have a nice little wrist shot when we used to do hockey, like in people's garages and stuff. We used to have a good time doing that, and that's what we did all winter, man.
We're gonna have the entire ticket staff go down there and take shots.
No, I'll
goal.
do that, man. I'll do that.
Okay.
I work on my little wrist shot. I gotta hit up Jason Peter because Jason Peter used to be a heck of a hockey player.
So
I gotta get some tips.
As a non-hockey guy, like I swing a bat left-handed. Would I?
You have an advantage.
Correct. I love.
You have an advantage.
But what I'm saying is, should I?
Because your lead hand, your dominant hand, in that case,
is in front. It's stronger.
Right. So it's like you hitting right-handed, but left-handed, the puck comes off different anyway.
Yeah.
I was just
my
like,
wrist shot
should I?
Quick.
Even though I throw righty, but I bat lefty, should I have my right-handed up top or my left hand to shoot?
We're not telling you anything.
I would have. This is a competition. This is a competition.
I've never done this before. I'm just legitimately curious.
Just take your whooping like a man. Just take your whooping like a man.
Austin, you have plenty of time to get on YouTube and Google and all that stuff and ask people on the text line. There's plenty of people out there that play hockey.
Rocky Russo's in here every week.
Ask him. He'll get you right.
He'll take you down to practice, but somebody from the ticket, probably Nick, maybe Rico, because Rico in the goalie outfit.
Yeah, you can put them in there.
Just sounds to me like it's the thing that has to happen, or maybe Steven Sipple.
But that goalie, cool. That's a lot of equipment. You see them dudes it take them forever to get down there if they got to fight. They got them big old thigh pads on. They got pads everywhere. They walk like
here's the question.
Snowman.
Here's the question for the text line as well. So, Austin, do you see any winners in there?
We are not close to a winner yet.
No, there's not. We
again,
you guys are 0 for 4. Hey, I've been counting the text message of it. You guys are 0 for 4.
The question again: how many times have both division winners gone undefeated in division play to meet in the conference championship game?
It is not 0. It's not 3. It's not 4. It's not 8.
Correct.
Also, for the text line, of all the ticket talent the host, who would you want in goalie to take shots against?
Like you at a carnival?
Yeah, like you in there,
machine?
like you in there, and like it's because to me, seeing Steve Sipple with the cage on, right, double padded up, like the fighter in him would show
I'd
up.
like to get me a hockey mask, the one they put the cool designs on them, and a real Stars jersey.
Oh, you're getting it when you drop the puck. When you get the puck, you get
44 on there.
When you get you drop the puck, I'll text Lori when you drop the puck this year, because that last year they gave me
Bone Crusher.
They gave me the jersey with number 1 on it. All I want was number 1.
Bone Crusher.
But Jay Foreman was at the top of the list.
Bone Crusher, Austin. That's what he's got. Jay Bone Crusher Foreman, a defenseman. That's what I would be.
That carried over to football too, right?
Sometimes. But I met Scott Stevens, the defenseman for the New Jersey Devils. See, I thought them dudes was tiny because Dominic Hoskett came in there. And Michael Pekka. Them dudes came in. I was like, y'all play hockey? Like, I remember getting, like, my man Adam Bouchard in high school was bigger than you. Like, you play professional hockey? Little old dudes. Then Scott Stevens, because Rusty Jones had worked out, when he was Scott Stevens, right? So he knew it. So when they were playing the Buffalo Sabres, they came to practice. He walked in there. He looked like he looked like Rambo. Face all jacked up. You know, you could tell he had fake teeth in there just looking for a scrap. Like he wanted to put his pads on. He was a big old dude, man. He's like 6'4", 220. But no fat and just looked like he ready to fight.
It was
like just on site. Like, hey, what you doing? My name's Scott J. Okay, you want to fight?
I'm not messing with cauliflower ear wrestlers and hockey players. Like, go ahead.
Yeah, they got hit up. They've been hit up inside the head so much. They like got that Neanderthal bone structure now, just because it's been so many times.
Scar tissue, baby, with things relate. So it's the answer is not 0.
Just gotta be.
Man, they really coming after Rico. They want really like Sipping Rico. They want to take shots at Sipping Rico. Poor Rico. Billy Joe Bob says I want to shoot against Jake.
Oh, that would be for sure. Jake could shoot a puck at me. I wouldn't even wear no like pads and stuff.
He just catch it with it. He just catch it with your bad.
He's waiting for it like a pop fly.
Yeah, I just pat that stuff down, man. Just give me the goalie stick and the pad. I'm good. Just put me a face mask on. And a little neck protector or whatever, so just in case he get lucky, don't hit me in the neck.
That's a thing I have not done in sports. I've never put on the goalie pads.
Man, I love hockey. All my friends played hockey, but my dad was like, "Bro, this stuff is too expensive. You pay. Here's just basketball and some new shoes. That's it. That's what I can afford."
Yeah, man. It's
hockey is, and as you're growing, when you're a young kid, you outgrow what you wore, in whatever grade. Now they did start they got played against sports and stuff, but they didn't have that back then.
Yeah. No, it wasn't a part of what we were
doing.
No
hand-me-downs, no nothing.
It wasn't a part of it. And then when we first got, so the Caps practice in my hometown. So Arlington is literally right around the corner from my high school. And you go to practice, and that's the first time I went, nope, I'm cool. I'm like, oh, did you just punch the dude because he hit you? I thought that was part of the game. They're like, it is. I was like, never mind, I'm cool. I'm cool. So, all right, Jay. Well, nobody got that. We have to come up with another trivia question. Austin, what's the answer?
The answer is one time.
Yep, I was
happened
gonna say it.
In 2013. Michigan State ranked number 3 in the country, went 8-0 in the Legends division. Nebraska and Iowa went 5-3 to tie for second. On the leaders side, number 12 Ohio State, the year after their probation, goes 8-0 in conference play. They meet in the Big Ten championship game. Michigan State wins at 34-24.
Is that the Kirk Cousins?
That was
Connor Cook.
Connor Cook.
That was when.
And then they went down to Texas and got humbled by Alabama.
Yeah, but that was when Urban Meyer was eating pizza after the game. He looked like, how did this happen to me? Do you remember when he was in the Lucas Oil Stadium on the back of that golf cart?
Yeah.
Hey, before we go to break.
Pecan pie. That's just mean.
What did he say?
That's just mean. He said, "Hey, question: is Rico the headline for the midget wrestling?" Dang,
Rico.
Shots fired, man.
Dang, Rico. Rico might come back in. I played golf with Todd Bertuzzi, and he was an NHL bad boy. He might have been the nicest guy I think I've met that's a professional athlete. Him and was it Patrick Waugh or whatever, the goalie. Two nicest dudes ever. But then it was funny. The next year you see them both out there fighting. Yep. I was like, dang. Yep. When I saw you guys, we playing like a little charity thing, and it was down in Myrtle Beach. I was like, you dudes is actually throwing hands. Like, it looked pretty good.
They don't mess with the players.
Yeah, Todd Bertuzzi, he was the NHL bad boy at that time, and I think it got suspended. But he was the nicest guy that like overly gracious.
I'm just like I said, I'm not fighting none of them. I wasn't fighting them young, so I'm certainly not gonna fight them now.
Yeah, it was part of the deal back then. You were getting paid to fight the enforcers.
Yeah,
that's actually pretty good. I don't know if it's on Netflix or whatever. It's a pretty good like docuseries.
You know what I watched last night was the rise and fall of the N1.
That's awesome. For you Texans out there, if you ever get a chance to watch that, now you have to be a little bit older. You know, you can't be so young you don't know what N1 is. But N1 was so popular when I was in college and then in the pros. We would like go down and watch it, and watch them, and they tour the whole nation, and they were at the peak, man.
And then 4:00 every day.
Yeah,
after school.
Yep.
N1 show.
Yeah, they had shoes, they had shorts, they had everything. And a lot of times you're like, man, these dudes are better than the guys who are watching the NBA. And then they were at the peak. And remember, Mark Jackson's brother was the big guy. His name was Cadillac or whatever.
Escalade. Yeah.
And it was like, well, you were the big little brother.
Mark
Jackson was the older brother.
Like people didn't know. Yeah. Well, no, this is a family thing. They was in it.
And they had some good ballers.
Ray for Austin. Professor actually played for me in Utah. And because I wanted to see
if it was real.
If it was real, and he came and worked out with some dudes who all played at the University of Utah and some former Utah Jazz dudes. And look, Professor was a bucket, man.
Rayford Austin played for who did Rayford play for?
Toronto,
yeah.
Played for Toronto.
He was cold-blooded.
Oh yeah, he was here. I mean, they had some guys. So in Atlanta, I'll tell the break when we come back.
Yeah, we're gonna go to break.
Break. They played for me. A lot of those guys played for me in Atlanta with Kenny Anderson. In the CBA. I'll tell that story when we come back.
We're going to come back. We're going to talk about some N1. Then we got a special guest at the top of the hour. Old School will be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
H&H Roofing, established in 2015, is proud to serve the local area, which includes the tri-state area in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. H&H Roofing has a professional team that are licensed and bonded, GAF Master Certified Installers, and an insurance-preferred contractor that will work directly with your insurance company. Also a leading roofer, siding, and gutter specialist. H&H Roofing will service all residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Go to HNHroofs.com for more information or call 402-359-2546.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You deserve the best. With a Liberty First MasterCard, you can pay down your high-rate debt and could save hundreds when you transfer the balance. The Liberty First Credit Union MasterCard has no balance transfer fees, no cash advance fees, and no annual fee. And with a fixed rate as low as 9.99% APR and you choose rewards, you'll be able to manage your card your way. Visit libertyfirstcu.com. Rates and terms are based on your credit and subject to change. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
This Sunday night at 7 on the finish line on 93.7 The Ticket, we are going to be joined live by 16-year-old standout Jade Evadizian. She pilots the Mobile One sponsored number 71 in the Extreme Outlaw Midget Dirt Track Series. You can join in and be a part of the conversation as we hear how this young lady is putting her mark on dirt track racing. From throwing wild sliders at I-55 in Peebly to last corner passes for the win at Atomic Speedway or driving under Team S for another win back in March. Don't miss a second of the conversation this Sunday night at 7 right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Our lives only have so much time. But if you smoke, you have less. Your life could be 10 years shorter. And the time you do have is often filled with health problems. Shortness of breath, asthma, COPD, and cancer. But the minute you quit, your body starts healing.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for Fireworks Fridays, Souvenir Saturdays, Sunday Family Fun Days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
Day by Day is the new documentary about Tom Osborne and the Nebraska Cornhuskers' decades-long pursuit of a national championship. Featuring interviews with former players and coaches, as well as famous fans like Peyton and Archie Manning, Larry the Cable Guy, and numerous NCAA and NFL legends. Day by Day is the riveting, untold story of one of the most dominant, celebrated, and controversial football teams ever. Opening in theaters on August 11th. Visit daybydaymovie.com for details.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back, old school, short segment. Before we get to the 5 o'clock hour, Jay Foreman, DP.
Yeah,
DP's going to talk about the N1, man. We're going to date ourselves. N1 was, look, anywhere you went, barbershop or wherever, there was people selling N1 tapes, N1, shorts and shirts, and then it would always be on. And you'd be in the barbershop for like an hour and a half just watching it.
Like those tapes, first of all, they were giving the tapes out for free for volume 1.
Yeah.
They gave them out for free because nobody knew what N1 was. And it became such like a cultural thing that in barbershops and malls, and then it became, well, if you were any shoe store, no matter who the brand was, anytime you bought shoes, you got the tape. And they put them on so of course, whatever shoes they saw in it, they would, they would buy. So then they created the shoes. It goes through the rise and fall, the rise of the brand, then the tour, because the tour was insanity, then the TV show, which was kind of Basketball Survivor, where each city they would have new players come in and audition, basically try out, and then they would keep one amateur. And Professor came in, they picked him up in Seattle and Portland. He made the cut. He was the best player in Portland. And in every city, they would send all these different players at him, and they could never eliminate him. And then that also ended up, helping with the rise because he was the most popular player.
Right.
They say it was Hot Sauce. Hot Sauce was the first superstar. Professor was the guy. And it led to, because he was the most popular, he got the most money. But not everybody got the same amount of money. And it was poorly managed. And then finally Nike, when Nike, they brought up that commercial with the dribbles where it's just the hip hop dribble. And they said that was the beginning of the end, because that was Nike saying, okay, little bro, it's time for you to go away. Like we'll cover it.
Yeah, big bank take little bank, man. But it was and one was special for its time. I hate that, a lot of those guys that, rose to superstars got the bad end of the deal with, how they got, duped on the business side. But it definitely was it made its mark, and it's just amazing what people can do with essentially start out as street ball. Guys that maybe, couldn't, get right, I guess, per se, in college, found a way to have an outlet. And it was kind of like a different version of the Harlem Globetrotters. It was actually real basketball, but they were all the moves and stuff they're doing now, they were doing way beforehand. It was obviously a little bit more flashy because they were trying to break your ankles 3 times in one set of moves.
It was the show.
It was a show, and it was still good basketball. Guys made names for themselves. It's crazy that just now that the story's coming out, and because it was such a meteoric rise, and then all of a sudden it was like on a Monday they were done.
Like literally, they were bought out and shut down.
Yeah, like literally, it was like, all right, I'll buy you, shut you down, goodbye. No, didn't hear anything from anybody. There was no, off cast shows or anything like that. They were just like off of the.
We're taking a tour. They bought and the whispers was that it was the NBA. NBA bought it and they just shut it down. And then some people said it was Nike who was again shooting for it, but they showed up for a tour and they were like, "Nah, we're cool."
Yeah, you didn't get the you didn't get the email. That was back when you had dial-up email, but they didn't have no. That's when you had to dial up and hear that. Bing,
well, I mean, think about that. Like they did all this without the full-on internet,
right? And barely had fax machines, and they definitely didn't have access to that.
Started at Rucker, and people just showed up, and they said they built it, and they were outselling NBA.
Some
arenas.
teams, yeah.
Like they were selling it. Like
David Stern was like, "Listen, I'm tired of this. We're going to put an end to this," and so they did. But I do. It's a good show. It is. It's good. It's worth watching. But that's a good first hour with Thursday with Strick and Kevin Meyer. Now we got a special guest at the top of the hour to give kind of a little bit of an update on the new studio down there on was it 10th and 0?
Yeah, 11th and 0.
11th and 0. Jay Foreman, DP Austin. We're going to break and then we'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and Jay. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
Nutrition Authority invites you to save 35 to 75% off at our back-to-school blowout. We're taking our better-than-internet prices and cutting them even deeper, bringing you the biggest sale of the season. Monday, August 14th through 19th, the back-to-school blowout is on at Nutrition Authority. For location information, check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
H&H Roofing, established in 2015, is proud to serve the local area, which includes the tri-state area in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. H&H Roofing has a professional team that are licensed and bonded, GAF Master Certified Installers, and an insurance-preferred contractor that will work directly with your insurance company. Also a leading roofer, siding, and gutter specialist. H&H Roofing will service all residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Go to hnhroofs.com for more information or call 402-359-2546.
The sweet relief of air conditioning after a hot day in the summer sun. For only $2.88 a day, LES helps power life's special moments and your comfort. Learn more at les.com/value.
This Sunday night at 7 on the finish line on 93.7 The Ticket, we are going to be joined live by 16-year-old standout Jade Evadizian. She pilots the Mobile One sponsored number 71 in the Extreme Outlaw Midget Dirt Track Series. You can join in and be a part of the conversation as we hear how this young lady is putting her mark on dirt track racing. From throwing wild sliders at I-55 and Peebly to last quarter passes for the win at Atomic Speedway or driving under Team S for another win back in March. Don't miss a second of the conversation this Sunday night at 7, right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
The Butchery by Venue is Lincoln's premier specialty grocers. Take the quality of Venue home with you with our hand-cut steaks, handcrafted burgers, and locally sourced offerings. Browse our wide selection of specialty products designed to enhance your dining experiences with cheeses, spices, sauces, and more. We also have an exclusive collection of liquors, whiskeys, and bourbons at prices you're sure to love. Stop in to the Butchery by Venue today, located in our Venue at Home storefront at 70th and Pioneers, just 2 doors down from Venue Restaurant and Lounge.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back, Old School, Jay Foreman, DP, Austin on the ones and twos. And we have a special guest in here. We're brought to you by the Mercado Certified Piedmontese Special Ingredients and Butcher Shop located at 84th and Havelock. Every type of meat and every type of cut. We got that out of the way, got the business done. DP,
Yeah.
you want to introduce Kevin from Premier Drywall?
Yeah, this is Kevin Helms. First of all, thank you for one going outside of your comfort. I know you were like, I don't, man, I'm not I'm not sure about this radio thing, man. We're coming in here. So let's pull that microphone close to you, get it up in your face.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go,
there
bro.
you go.
There we go, bro. So Kevin, let folks know. I mean, how are you a native? Are you from Lincoln? Where's home?
I grew up in Beatrice. I graduated from Lincoln.
So you're a native.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. From Nebraska.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how long have you been in Lincoln?
Well, I live in Cortland.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been there about 12 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through the business, when did you know that drywall was your life, man?
I don't know. I've been in it almost 30 years. I started on the supply end. Spent about 4 years doing that. Said I got to find an easier form of work, and I stayed in it.
Yeah, once it calls it, once it gets you, it gets you.
Yeah.
You know, one thing, Kevin, is that like now sometimes you drive by and you see houses getting built, and there's no different than obviously down at the studio. Talk about the process of just like infancy stages of when you started a project to when you started to get rolling, because it seems like once you start to get one slab of drywall up, is next thing you know you can go to lunch, come back, and it's not all the way done, but you make a lot of progress.
It goes fast.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah,
and it's amazing because you just think of all the things that go into going down to the studio for us and doing some stuff, and then when you're in the process going in and it's blank, right?
Right.
And then you're saying, okay, right. And then you're like, okay, once one wall goes up, you can, like in this right here, you have drywall here, then you have a little bit there, cut it out. Talk about that, to have that vision. Because I don't think people really understand. They see the end product, right? So people come down to the studio, they'll see us and look in, and I guess I'm assuming, to the windows, but they didn't see all the work that you've done prior to that to make it work.
Right. Yeah. I guess I've been doing it long enough that I can look at a blueprint when I'm in the bidding process, and I can envision the finished product. But the greatest part for me is seeing the finished product.
Right.
That's always been my favorite part of it.
And has drywall, like or at least me and DP have lived in Charlotte before. So they used to have the original stucco to synthetic because of, obviously a lot of moisture down there. Has the I guess components of drywall changed? And also I wanted to ask you this, which probably affects us, is drywall all like, is it just one blanket type of drywall, or do you have to have certain types of drywall for music, radio, or say like we're trying to like, hey, this is a podcast or a room or something like that? Is there different ones that you do for different situations?
There's different ones for different situations. There's different wall types, different conditions. We built around the studios down there. They were double walls with double insulation, double layered on each side. There's so many different things you can do.
Make it
soundproof. Yeah.
I always wondered about that.
Different sealants.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because you're the foundation of it, pretty much. You're behind the the paint and everything, and I know that stuff like that. So I always wondered about that, because obviously kind of bought a house before, and I see houses go up, and then you walk through them sometimes, and been down to the studio. It's amazing. Plus, you have to be a very tough character to be able to have like all that dust and stuff like that as well, and be accustomed to it. Because you can, it can slow you down a little bit. So I mean, there's different tricks that you've learned as you become a veteran in it because you want to power through the, say like on a hot day, you want to make sure you're in there early and get out of there before it gets too hot, right?
Start early.
Yeah.
Work through lunch.
Kevin, this thing, when we went through the bidding process, and the room was still a mess. This is an old building. The info says in the early 1900s, so 1907, this building's there. It's been renovated a couple of times. When we first saw it, it looked like the old payment center. It looked like the old payment center had closed, and it still looked like 1907.
Right.
The walls were in different places. You had to rearrange that, reset foundations, and go through that. For you, how long were you and your team in the build?
We went in and framed it. We were probably in there about a week to frame it.
Yeah.
And then we let the other trades come in, do their thing. And then we spent, maybe a little over a week drywalling it. And then the finisher came in. He spent probably 2.5 weeks in there.
I
because
knew
we
that
were-
went long. Yeah.
that we were tying into existing conditions. There was extra patchwork we did of the structure to
Needed some work.
appease the city people.
Yeah, the city. Yeah,
Yeah.
the city makes it a little bit more difficult
Yeah.
than that. So when you get hired, generally, how long do you plan to be at a location? Is it dependent upon the location? Is it depending on the budget? What how do you determine that?
Depending upon the size,
Yeah.
yes, and the budget, the conditions.
And how many people work for you?
Right now, I've got about a dozen people working for me.
And is the work pretty consistent, pretty constant?
It is. It's very consistent. Every time I think it's going to slow down, I've got a handful of jobs in my back pocket, little things that need to be done, and we take care of some of them. And we're shuffling through those right now, and I got some bigger stuff firing up in another week and a half, 2 weeks.
We talked about the bidding process and the business, and you worried a little bit. You said, yeah, because I'm not sure I can handle more business than what we're doing. But that's never true, because you want to be too much in demand than not enough.
Right.
Let the folks know generally what projects you look forward to working on and things that they can reach out, things that they need done in their work that you could help them.
We do mostly commercial projects, a lot of tenant finishes, new builds. Yeah, stuff like that. Restaurants. We've done a lot of restaurants. I've done wing stops, Pepper Jacks, Good Evans, and then just your tenant finishes.
You've been a part. You've seen the blueprint. You've been a part of the process. Again, the wreck, demolition, the build up, the new foundation and formation. Because anybody that was in the old LES building and you walk in a month from now, it's not going to look the same.
No, it's not.
It's not going to look the same. How much of that stuff is just removal? Because you're in the walls, and to see one, you had to knock down some walls. You had to recreate some new ones. Do you ever find anything in these spaces where you just go, wow, I'm not sure how this thing stood up?
Yes.
Yes. We were worried.
Yeah, we actually found something of the existing conditions last week when we were putting ceilings in. Existing hallway wall. Went to put the ceilings in. It's like, oh no, that's not going to work. We got to fix that.
Yeah, I mean, so what do you do in that situation? Because we got the email and then we get the call. Approval, sometimes a change of budget, right? But you were very fluid and flexible in what we needed. How do you help folks and tell them? Because I now know what the process is. Let them know about bids, the budget of work, and the amount of time required.
Typically, we start off with a bid. On an older project like that, you're always going to run into things that change, things that are different, or existing conditions that really don't meet the standard of what we need to give. You just go to the general contractor, and he goes to you as the owner and says, hey, this is what we should do.
That was so much of what this is. And again, listen, I want to say that. I mean, folks at Blake Builders, of course, Premier Drywall, you folks made this so much easier for us. And I can't speak. I'm trying not to get overexcited about the product, but I've seen this thing from ground zero to now.
Right.
And I'm just excited. You've been on the inside working it. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited should folks be about what's about to happen?
Yeah, spill the
down there?
beans, Kevin. Tell us, man. Hey, we a lot of us haven't been down there besides like 1 or 2 times very early. So you got to give us an update, man. The clock is ticking.
I didn't realize just how huge this is going to be until you and I met down there.
Yeah.
This is great for
Yeah, I'm
Lincoln.
gonna go ahead down there right
when,
now.
When you think of what you guys are about ready to do down there, you think of this in larger markets, St. Louis or Tampa, Florida. You don't think of Lincoln, Nebraska. So this is huge. I was, when I found out about it, I was excited to be a part of it.
You see, now I'm getting emotional because this is a labor of love. And then it confirmed that Lincoln has some amazing people, some amazing businesses, some tremendous professionals who will simply just dive into a project. If it's better for Lincoln, they're all in, they make sacrifices, and then they're extremely professional. And the work that was done, it's been fulfilling. Kevin, and I know you didn't want to come on, but I wanted you to come on so I could say thank you. I wanted to say thank you, and I want to say thank you for the listeners that don't know what's coming. I want to thank you for what you've done, because that's legacy, bro. People are gonna be talking about this building and that space. You did this.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
I appreciate being a part of it.
No, let the folks know how they can reach you. If they've got some business projects that are in play and they need to reach out to you, let them know how they can find you.
So my phone number they can call me at is 402-202-9431. My business email is kevin@premierdw.com.
It's there. Premier Drywall. Kevin, again, thank you, bro. I'm so, like I said, it takes a village. Yeah,
it does.
They say great communities have great people, and great people have great communities.
And it was not only us; it was the trades we worked with were great to work with as well.
Yeah, the delivery of all the things that we needed, and they've been on time, and they've been 100% extremely professional and absolutely efficient.
Yeah.
So, bravo to you, kind sir. Thank you for what you do.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.
We'll throw it to break. More Old School coming up here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 theticketfm.com.
H&H Roofing, established in 2015, is proud to serve the local area, which includes the tri-state area in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. H&H Roofing has a professional team that are licensed and bonded, GAF Master Certified Installers, and an insurance-preferred contractor that will work directly with your insurance company. Also a leading roofer, siding, and gutter specialist. H&H Roofing will service all residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Go to HandHroofs.com for more information or call 402-359-2546.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You deserve the best. With a Liberty First MasterCard, you can pay down your high-rate debt and could save hundreds when you transfer the balance. The Liberty First Credit Union MasterCard has no balance transfer fees, no cash advance fees, and no annual fee. And with a fixed rate as low as 9.99% APR and you choose rewards, you'll be able to manage your card your way. Visit libertyfirstcu.com. Rates and terms are based on your credit and subject to change. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
This Sunday night at 7 on the finish line on 93.7 The Ticket, we are going to be joined live by 16-year-old standout Jade Evadizian. She pilots the Mobile One sponsored number 71 in the Extreme Outlaw Midget Dirt Track Series. You can join in and be a part of the conversation as we hear how this young lady is putting her mark on dirt track racing. From throwing wild sliders at I-55 in Peebly to last corner passes for the win at Atomic Speedway or driving under Team-Ez for another win back in March. Don't miss a second of the conversation. This Sunday night at 7, right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Our lives only have so much time. But if you smoke, you have less. Your life could be 10 years shorter. And the time you do have is often filled with health problems. Shortness of breath, asthma, COPD, and cancer. But the minute you quit, your body starts healing.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for fireworks Fridays, souvenir Saturdays, Sunday family fun days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
Day by Day is the new documentary about Tom Osborne and the Nebraska Cornhuskers' decades-long pursuit of a national championship. Featuring interviews with former players and coaches, as well as famous fans like Peyton and Archie Manning, Larry the Cable Guy, and numerous NCAA and NFL legends, Day by Day is the riveting, untold story of one of the most dominant, celebrated, and controversial football teams ever. Opening in theaters on August 11th, visit daybydaymovie.com for details.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back. Old school Jay Foreman, second segment. DP, Austin. I want to thank Kevin, man, from Premier Drywall. Doing some big things down there. 11 O Street. Ticket new location. You know how they have the ticker for the Husker game? You got the ticker for when
countdown, baby.
Countdown.
30 days.
Right, 30 days. I saw you
30 days.
You put that out there. So 30 days. It's right in line with the first home game. So it's going to be an exciting time, definitely with the way it's set up and the access that people just walking downtown Lincoln on an everyday basis are going to have access to not only various people in the studio, but just, look, you got coffee shop, you got Beatrice Bakery, you got a nice little place you can congregate.
Yeah, we'll have a little Stars retail space, a little Salt Dogs retail space where we'll have some jerseys and T-shirts. We'll have ticket gear, all the ticket gear.
Sure.
We're about to elevate that. You'll be able to come in and get T-shirts, hats, hoodies. You can order the stuff there. Some of you can buy and walk out there. And then one day you can walk in there and it could be Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Next day you walk up in there and guess what? It's Heavenly Waffles. And then the next day it's Canopy and Taco Tuesday. And it could be, Vashon even coming down bringing the Jackson family. Each day you'll be able to get something. And then just for grins and giggles, we will have 15 TVs.
There it is.
Like if you're just you want to come, listen
trying
to
to get
radio,
people just not to leave, just to be there kicking it 24/7.
and we're gonna have.
You better have an access code. You better be having.
We'll have a VIP club.
Yeah, I'm about to say you better have it to where. You better make sure it's like Fort Knox in there, bro. You come in there early on a early one time.
We're gonna put some big dudes up in there. No, it ain't gonna be none of that. We're gonna have some big dudes up in there. But the ability, games on Big Ten Network, you don't have it. You're walking, you're leaving Memorial Stadium, you want to stop by.
Right.
Like some of those
between you get a little hangout before and after dinner. One thing, DP, when I was doing this thing out at Harvard. That is really cool.
Oh, yeah, drop that. Drop that. Yeah, sure, Jay.
I'm just hanging out at Harvard.
Listen, trust me.
Learning 1 through 7 instead of 1 to 10.
Right.
There's many dumb things I've done since then, many moons ago. But one of the things that really took off out there that I really didn't even know, which kind of made me think of the studio, when you have Beatrice Bakery and obviously the mill and stuff like that, is after a event, right? So in this case, in Boston, it would be like a play or whatever they got. One of the big things people do, which obviously this is going to be something that's going to be of access to the numerous amount of fans, and it's great because if we got football season and then basketball season down, just not the Haymarket, but downtown Lincoln.
Baseball, softball, volleyball.
Baseball, softball, everything, especially with the addition of the softball team. The baseball team is going to be better next year. The timing couldn't be more impeccable. But people like to go to an event or pre or post dinner or pre or post event. The Lead Center is right there close also as well. And then obviously you can get to the stadium.
Dish right across the street.
Right. Is Caffeine, Beatrice Bakery. And I didn't know that because the reason why I was saying it, when they had different people come in, and talk to us, and it was just two guys. One of the kids got dragged to a show by his parents, probably some parents that, show up with a sweater around their neck and and so that's what they did. Or actually that's what the mom wanted after a ballet show. There wasn't anything available,
part of the recruiting process,
right?
A part of the meeting space, right? That you can go. We'll be able to have meet and greets there. So there'll be nights. I don't know. Maybe Jordy Ball is already on the schedule. I don't know. Maybe you can come down and get autographs. Maybe the basketball team. Maybe the baseball team. Maybe we'll have the pipeline. Maybe we'll have Hall of Famers. Maybe we'll have the Heisman guys. Maybe like it literally on any given night. Any time of day, you'll walk into the space.
Yeah, you just never know. You might see in there doing work, and really, I think for businesses, if you're a local business person like Kevin from Premier Drywall or anybody else that hasn't been on the ticket, if you're there, and say myself and Austin or myself and some other people are cutting a podcast or doing a show, there's no better than time to get thrown in there like cold turkey and say, hey.
Learn the business.
And don't think that no, it's not like that. So what business you in? Okay, well then let's see if you can get in front of the camera and talk about your business. And so there's options there that were created by the new location. That's going to not only increase the profile of the ticket and everybody that's here, but it's also could increase the profile of everything down in Lincoln. Everybody downtown in that part, everybody's going to benefit because of the foot traffic. Just think of the people staying across the street, get to come. What's that? Everybody's curious.
Well,
Everybody's
imagine this, Jay Foreman, that as we head into the holiday season, you know how big Beatrice fruitcake and those liqueur cakes were last year during the holidays. Now we're going to start giving those away again. But here's the thing: imagine a special seasonal 10 with Jay Foreman on it.
Picture?
Yeah. Imagine.
I gotta tell you, me and Austin are gonna have to do a taste test, man. I need a refresher. You know what I mean? Austin, my pal.
It's been a minute. Yeah. You got some new ones.
Whatever the favorite Foreman's favorite four or something like that.
Yeah, think about to do those sort of things, and the 10s will be signable.
There you go. Oh yeah. That's good, man.
Collector's edition.
It's and we're only gonna do 500 of each.
Right.
So
exclusivity. Right.
It's gonna be a thing. Yeah, I'm excited through all of it. All new equipment.
Yeah.
Right there in the window. Right. Pecan pie. Let me tell you, Santa will make several appearances this year. And just think about.
I got a special Santa that I'm only going to bring it down there, but I'm not leaving it down there.
Yeah. Think of those last 3 home games where that weather changes. And the tailgates get a little different.
Yeah. We're gonna be charging a cover charge to begin there to try to get some warmth.
Get that warmth in the coffee and the and the hot chocolate right there, 2 blocks away from the stadium.
After game show with Jay Foreman, we're gonna be pulling fans in. We're gonna ask them what they thought. We're gonna put you on the spot. Listen here, fans.
Yeah.
You guys can get on the text line and call in, and nobody sees you. We want you to stand on your statements.
Yeah, you're gonna have to actually walk in. Jay, let them know about the post game, because we are doing a little different. Normally, in previous years, the call-in show would be immediately following games.
Right.
But this year, we're gonna flip the script. Jay Foreman,
you're
gonna take over.
Yeah,
right?
I think I'm going first. And then be there for a call-in show. So we'll see how it is. I can redirect any type of angst, and then obviously also redirects any type of overzealous excitement as well. But
and then there's something else I need to ask you about.
what's up?
Ask you on air. There's another podcast that I am so curious about.
What's that?
With the Foreman name on it.
Oh yeah, me and my dad we're gonna get started when the season starts. Matter of fact, I'll see him here in a few days. I gotta go up there and do a speech, but we're gonna do weekly stuff with a lot of Vikings fans, and then he's got we had him on last week, Austin?
2 weeks ago.
2
Friday.
weeks ago, and ever since 2 weeks ago, I've had more people come up. They listen here. I'm not gonna tell. Like I will say, I frequent Hy-Vee in Sam's Club. So in the last 2 weeks, I've had more people talk to me about my dad being on for 10 minutes than and then talking to me about Matt Rule and what I think about, which is cool.
Or you being on for 2 hours every day,
yeah,
Monday through Friday.
And that's cool. Right. That's cool. Hey, listen, man, I tried to stay here in Nebraska to where it's when my dad comes in here, he's you Jay Foreman's dad versus me being Chuck Foreman's son. But just slowly but surely, he's about to probably stake claim to here. So I'm messing around to be in Alaska somewhere or something. But where they don't know any better. But yeah, it was good. I mean, and, my dad is good once a week, and it's good to, look. I would say that after COVID, and then obviously or pre-COVID, and then him battling some stuff, and him getting a little bit longer in the tooth, even though he'll keep telling you every year he's turning 50. It's always good to connect with him. Plus, he has tons of stories, tons of people that he can talk or tell you about, and everybody, has a lot of respect for him and they love talking to him. So, it's a good thing, and it's going to be good. And
DC loves your dad, man.
Yeah, he does,
DC
and he loves
your dad, man.
The crazy thing is, Frederick High School named the field after my dad, which was great. Frederick had 2 players drafted in the first round this year. Mm-hmm. A man that transferred from Pittsburgh to USC, the Addison, and then they had was it Brian? Is it Brees? The defense, Breesy, the big defensive tackle from Clemson, one-man wrecking crew. He was the first one pick, right there from Frederick, man.
Little Frederick high action.
Yeah.
Oh man, good stuff around.
Yeah.
Like I just thought, like again,
the home of the Star City hot dog. Everybody they talk about
they will fight you over.
Oh my gosh, that's it. Listen,
take your little red dog to Frederick, Maryland, and come see.
No, you gotta. It's a beef, Austin. It's a beef hot dog.
Oh,
and then they steam the bun, and then they chop up and dice onions and put like a little bit of a pickle on there, and it's like they only put mustard on it. If you ask for ketchup, they will slap you. And
you lost me with pickle and mustard.
That's why you just
I don't belong.
You would not be at the picnic.
I belong here. Y'all enjoy your picnic.
Yeah.
I'll watch from a distance in my car with my red dog.
It's the beef dog, and it's grilled. And you can get it on anything that you want on it, but I get the works.
I'm not an onions guy. But
you don't taste the onions.
Right. I just said, okay, I'm gonna go all in. There's certain places where whatever the food is, however you serve it, is how I'm gonna eat it.
Right.
I had to get used to that with the wings in Orchard Park. Like the first time I was up there, I went to Jim Kelly's place, and he comes hard at it, and you go, okay, it's a little different.
Yeah, it's not just a little bit of sauce; it is doused.
Right, like it is like you spend more time licking your fingers than you do chewing.
Yeah, don't go in there with a white shirt or any clothes you want to keep playing. It's a real thing. The anchor bar up there is huge, and
right down the street.
You always just jump in and dive in, man.
Yeah, of all the places, Maryland crab cakes.
Yeah, blue crabs.
Like blue crabs, and then Baltimore crab cakes.
Yeah, versus
the rest of the area. Certain places around Houston likes to think that it's the state capital of the world. Let me tell you, Texas will fight you. They will fight you all over that. Like, don't believe it. Certain places you go, and they serve food differently.
Yeah. See, the barbecue in Houston versus the barbecue, like in say Kansas City, Texas is more dry barbecue. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
And my uncle, he was down and he came to Houston for a game. And, like during the season, I can't eat that stuff. You know what I mean? I got to be on a strict diet. And so he, Uncle Butch, he's like, hey, where's the barbecue spot? So I gave him a couple, and he didn't, I'm thinking he's just going to go to one. So he went to all three because he came in town for like 4 days. He's like, oh yeah, I'm set. I got one for 1 day. I'll do like he doing his own little taste test, and so it's interesting. And sports brings people together.
What's the best food town for sports? Like what town? Like
I'm gonna tell you what, man. I'm gonna tell you what. For me, when I was in the pros, the tailgating is great. Pittsburgh is great because you get to drive through the city of Pittsburgh. And the thing I liked about playing first of all, when you were getting ready to play Pittsburgh Steelers under Bill Cowher, you knew you was in for a street fight. There is no if and what's about it. Even when they had Tommy Maddox and they were throwing, you knew Alan Faneca was coming. You knew that it was on, right? So then you drive through the city and you feel the energy of Pittsburgh.
Monty Brothers sandwich.
And then they start tailgating.
I've heard good things about it, never had it.
Listen, then they start tailgating and you start smelling the aroma. But you couldn't really enjoy it because I knew it's on. And here, you're right. But I'm going to tell you who has a distinct advantage. They got probably one of the best fan bases in the nation, especially since they won the Super Bowl, is the Kansas City Chiefs. But here's what their secret, kryptonite is, Austin. So you're going to play Kansas City, and I'll never forget this. We was up in Buffalo, and it was a late, November, maybe early December game. Gray, 3 o'clock kickoff. So it's going to be cold. And, Wade Phillips was telling us, hey, man, it's going to be loud. We changed up how we were calling defenses. So we had we called it a bounce system. We would bounce left to right and then front to back. So Ted Washington. So everybody was looking because we couldn't hear. So the checks and stuff we couldn't hear. So we had to do a lot of hand signals. And I was just splitting time. I was more of a backup then, but I was on special teams. And I was always tell people that was 3.5, 4 hours that I literally would be from me to DP, couldn't talk. So I just, after the game, it's like catching up with your teammates. But going to the stadium now, as you're getting ready for the game, is you're trying to think okay, what I'm going to wear and all this other stuff, warm up. That Kansas City barbecue. It's like remember when the honey used to come and get with Pooh Bear and it was tantalizing. This put you in a trance because I'm sitting there okay, I'm getting ready for a game. They got Priest Holmes, Tony Gonzalez, Dunn, the tight end. I mean, they got everybody. Eddie Kennison and all these dudes. Tamarick Vanover was just, he was wrecking the league in kickoff. So we got to get him. That's my main job. And then here's the barbecue. I'm like, man, this smells good. I hope it's then I'm thinking man, I hope it's available after the game. How dare you think that? Because you got to be getting in your kind of
got a job to do.
Coach, you need me next week, right?
And all this stuff. Then you go out there and that was, besides Seattle, when Sam Adams and Cortez Kennedy had literally percolated on our whole Buffalo offensive line, and they were in the old Seattle Dome, so it was loud.
Man, what a pit!
A pit! Kansas City was the loudest stadium. I mean, it was shaking. And I remember Phil Hansen, who you asked about, was because we showed the Nate Clements hit on Tom Brady, was talking to me. And Phil was great because he kind of took me underneath. He's from the Minnesota area. He went to North Dakota or something, North Dakota State maybe. So he took me underneath his wing. So because I was about to go in the game, right? Because I think either Sam or John Hollister got dinged up. So I'm about to go in the game. I'm like, oh, I can't mess up, right? I'm jettisoning into the game. So he was talking to me about this is what to look for. And I was like, yeah. Didn't hear a word. Nope. Didn't hear a word. Now we end up winning. End up being great. I had a couple of special teams tackles and stuff like that. But we did get barbecue after the game. That's the best NFL city.
Do you remember where?
Just in the part. The
tailgaters?
Oh yeah.
No way.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's incredible.
the best meal in any city is somebody at a tailgate in an NFL city.
But you know who's taking
or college city.
But you know who's taking over tailgate? You know what the number one tailgate team and city is now that's taking over Kansas City?
In the NFL?
Yeah. Go ahead. Just
go through a table.
No, they did. No, that's the entertainment capital.
Titans in Nashville?
No, Houston.
Yeah,
led by Eric Brown, who was we call him Wolfman because I call him Wolf because he had this. Remember when chinchillas was popular? So Eric came from Denver. He went to Mississippi State. Listen, Eric, he was a thumper. I mean, he coming down. He headhunting. It's either friendly fire. He knocking one of us out and him. You know what I mean? So Eric and Corey Bradford, they would always going back and forth. So Eric bought I think it was a chinchilla or something. You know, it was actually when we were going to Pittsburgh. So, you know, you wear your winter coat, and I just had a jacket come over, like a cashmere jacket to wear over my suit. Eric comes on with his chinchilla. So we were making fun of him because as he was walking, like the little furs and stuff was moving.
It's still living.
And so Aaron Glenn was like, "Man, that ain't a chinchilla." He's like, "That's wolf."
It's still moving.
Yeah, like that's wolf hair, right?
No, Texas.
So we call him Wolf Man.
So, but what Blanca says is, I grew up on Texas barbecue and didn't know any difference. First time I went to KC and they drowned the meat in the sweet sauce, I almost cried. Texas barbecue is the best barbecue, period. I'll say this about Houston. I didn't know before I moved there, the first game I went to was RG3's second year, and they opened in Texas. Yeah. And we parked all the way away. We didn't know where we were going. We parked as far away as you could possibly park. And as we walked through, me and Becky started walking through the parking lot. And to say that I was offered in this 22-minute walk that I was offered 22 drinks.
Yeah,
and 22 sandwiches.
Yeah.
Like, and
you ain't got to worry about eating inside or drinking.
This is 10 o'clock in the morning. And I mean, they go, "Hey, brother." Like that was, "Hey, brother." That was the invite. That was literally it. Tequila, tacos, brisket, Texas barbecue. And I mean to tell you, the thing about Houston, and whether it's basketball, football, baseball, you go to Minute Maid Park.
Been there. Really nice.
Right? That you cannot go 10 paces in Minute Maid Park to your left or to your right without a new food and drink option.
Yeah.
10 paces.
Do it big over there because in Houston, you get a little bit of the New Orleans flavor. You get the barbecue flavor. And then the University of Houston has like an offspring. They have a really good culinary school.
Yep.
So you'll have people from all around the world migrate to Houston. And then so they bring all that stuff to the barbecue. Mexican
Louisiana Cajun, Texas steak. You get a little bit of everything, and it all meets in Houston.
Yeah.
And it is. And the weird thing is, Dallas is not in the same universe.
No.
as Houston.
Dallas, they might try to give you some sparkling wine. You know, they don't want
terrible.
you there. Yeah, Houston. If we could ever get to the point we build a station up, we go down to Houston. I mean, it's a great time. I mean, when I played. So when I played, like I never experienced. I mean, because we going like into the players' parking lot to the state or to the locker room and field. But then when I was doing TV and radio down there, and then doing some stuff with Houston, that was part of some of the stuff we did, like fan engagement and stuff like that. They got a crazy fan base, very knowledgeable, very intense, but they're even more intense now in tailgating. So they've moved some of their fan engagement from being up in the, like up there where they have like the, like the concession stands. They move it outside, so they have like concerts and everything.
Mariachi bands. You roll in, it's like hello,
and it's a big,
hola,
yeah, bro.
¿Cómo estás?
Yeah, it's big competition.
And they do the best job of having the stadium surrounded by parking. The parking is all like literally surrounds the stadium, and because it's spread out, the tailgate flows.
Yes,
it flows. So it's not like a pocket of this and a pocket of that.
And they had the Astrodome, so they got the parking lot, all the parking from the Astrodome, then with theirs, and then they built that convention center where they had the biggest like RV show. So you got parking there, and then like the businesses and the practice, they opened a practice facility parking lot to probably the VIPs and stuff like that. And when I was a media member, that's where I parked. But behind the practice facility is businesses and like condos and apartments. And so the parking lot and parking spaces that are closest to Kirby and the street that runs like parallel to it is all parking. And so you can park in there. And of course,
and it's all restaurants and hotels
and just open, like if you want, to park there. You got to pay for it, but then everything is going to the stadium from all 4 angles. So
Like,
even on the
it's
other
an all
side,
you eat and drink buffet. You're just paying for parking.
you're gonna be look,
like it's like $50 a park, but
Right.
guess what? You're gonna do 10 shots of tequila and you're gonna eat 4 barbecue sandwiches.
and the funny thing
So-
is, Austin, the same people are at the same places tailgating. So like if you go to multiple games, oh, this is what I'll get here. Go down a block, look around, they'll recognize you. Go over there, then you want to go across the street, especially when Houston was winning. So when I was doing it, that was when J.J. Watt and all those guys were at the height of their careers, and that Houston was winning, AAC Stouts and stuff like that. So everybody was in a joyous mood.
Here's
in a
one
sharing
for,
mood too.
Here's one for you, Jay. It says, if you ever played in the Silverdome in Detroit, that is hands down the best. This is what he said. Best tailgate party on the planet.
I've never played in
parking
Detroit.
I watched Super Bowl there.
I remember the first WrestleMania.
No, but I
was
got
in
Pontiac.
Detroit.
I didn't get Silverdome.
Wasn't the first WrestleMania in Detroit?
Third.
Third.
First
okay.
one was in Madison Square Garden.
Okay, yeah. But one of the big ones.
Yeah.
Remember in Detroit they were coming out on the.
That was Andre versus Hogan.
Yeah. Yeah, I've played
Why do
in
I
Detroit.
know that, weirdo?
I know it too soon. I've played in Detroit. You want to hear a funny thing about Detroit? So we played them in preseason, and this is maybe my second or third year. So I'm, kind of like a lot of the guys on the Huskers. I've had starting experience, in the years prior and done pretty well, but this is the first year of going into it where you're like gonna be a starter and compete for a starting position. So we're playing them in the preseason. And they got Barry Sanders. And you're watching Barry Sanders, and this is a memory turned James Washington around. Well, I don't know who was ankles.
Casillas,
Tony Casillas, all of them broke. And then he broke the one dude down, and dude blew his ACL on the AstroTurf.
Spun him.
And I'm coming up on a contract year. So we fly from Buffalo to Detroit. It's like a 20-minute flight. And I'm like, oh man, like he didn't, he did Teddy Bruschi, Jesse Tuggle the year before and all that stuff. So I'm like, man, I don't want to get shook up by Barry Sanders. And Sam Coward, who was like my mentor, he was like, you ready to go get Barry, Jake? He messing with me. He's like, don't get broke down. He's like, it's contract year, right? So the whole time we get ready for a game, and it was Barry Sanders. Remember they drafted James Littleman Stewart, which is the oddest nickname because James Stewart was 6'3", like 220, running back from Tennessee. And I didn't know that Barry Sanders didn't play much in the preseason. Because look, all I know is I'm playing. 3 years in the league, I know I don't have a game off. So I'm ready for Barry. I'm looking for Barry. You warm up, and he was out there. He warmed up, so I'm like, all right, it's cool. And it's been great to play against Barry Sanders. Heard about the stories about him and Nebraska. Squatty, who was Thurman Thomas, was still on the team. The two great running backs. Look out there, waiting for Barry to run out. Barry chilling. He ain't playing the preseason. Here comes James. It was a sigh of relief. James Stewart. There was not a more welcoming party for James Stewart because I was like, oh yeah, this is easy. Now, you know what I'm saying? He's still a great back and quality back, but I'm like, yeah.
It ain't him.
There's a difference between quality and Barry Sanders.
I was playing at a different speed because Barry, you got to tiptoe because you got to make sure you got you got to be under balance and stuff. I seen James Stewart. That's an easy target. Big old running back like that. We were chopping him down. Made a few tackles, did my thing, and the rest was history. But yeah, Detroit. That was my only time playing up in Detroit. No, twice I played up in Detroit. Never experienced any tailgate. I did not.
I saw the Super Bowl.
I never thought Detroit ever tailgates. Detroit does not seem like a city that tailgates.
It doesn't land with me. LSU.
Oh, I'm sure LSU. Yeah, I'm sure you listen to Bill Bush and all those guys.
LSU was fire. So
yeah, I'm sure.
Bucket list.
I'm sure it's
pet a tiger.
Yeah. No.
Pet the tiger.
No, because I go down there and they hadn't fed him for a few days.
How about that? They waiting for you.
Yeah. You might like some of this. Anyways,
dessert.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, you look mighty scrumptious. No, I don't. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin. We're gonna go to break and come back. Send you off. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
H&H Roofing, established in 2015, is proud to serve the local area, which includes the tri-state area in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. H&H Roofing has a professional team that are licensed and bonded, GAF Master Certified Installers, and an insurance-preferred contractor that will work directly with your insurance company. Also a leading roofer, siding, and gutter specialist. H&H Roofing will service all residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Go to hnhroofs.com for more information or call 402-359-2546.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You deserve the best. With a Liberty First MasterCard, you can pay down your high-rate debt and could save hundreds when you transfer the balance. The Liberty First Credit Union MasterCard has no balance transfer fees, no cash advance fees, and no annual fee. And with a fixed rate as low as 9.99% APR and you choose rewards, you'll be able to manage your card your way. Visit libertyfirstcu.com. Rates and terms are based on your credit and subject to change. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With Gold Class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered. Whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at eusticebodyshop.com and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
This Sunday night at 7 on the finish line on 93.7 The Ticket, we are going to be joined live by 16-year-old standout Jade Evadizian. She pilots the Mobile One sponsored number 71 in the Extreme Outlaw Midget Dirt Track Series. You can join in and be a part of the conversation as we hear how this young lady is putting her mark on dirt track racing. From throwing wild sliders at I-55 in Peebly to last quarter passes for the win at Atomic Speedway or driving under Team S for another win back in March. Don't miss a second of the conversation this Sunday night at 7 right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Our lives only have so much time. But if you smoke, you have less. Your life could be 10 years shorter. And the time you do have is often filled with health problems. Shortness of breath, asthma, COPD, and cancer. But the minute you quit, your body starts healing.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for Fireworks Fridays, Souvenir Saturdays, Sunday Family Fun Days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
Day by Day is the new documentary about Tom Osborne and the Nebraska Cornhuskers' decades-long pursuit of a national championship. Featuring interviews with former players and coaches, as well as famous fans like Peyton and Archie Manning, Larry the Cable Guy, and numerous NCAA and NFL legends, Day by Day is the riveting, untold story of one of the most dominant, celebrated, and controversial football teams ever. Opening in theaters on August 11th, visit daybydaymovie.com for details.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back. Old school, J Foreman, DP. About to send you off on Thursday. Another day closer to Husker football. First game under Matt Rule, so forth and so on. We didn't get to it, but, it came out right now. Everybody saw the movie. I know everybody was hyped about Barbie right now, but before that, everybody was excited about Blindside. So it's unfortunate that Michael Oher, and I guess the family that helped raise them, obviously it did some good things, but obviously the contract that he had signed, I guarantee you he was not aware of what he was signing. He became aware, and he's made them aware that he is not happy. And so that's unfortunate because it's a great story. It's very, great, loving on them and opening for them to open their home to somebody that needed, a home, welcomed them. And obviously he went on to do some great things as a football player and as a person. Battled some real serious concussion issues. Was a really good player his time, in Baltimore, and then he went to Tennessee and obviously Carolina. But it's unfortunate. It's just a little snapshot into that. You think about athletes and entertainers. Well, the parents do, they do take a big risk, I guess, financially and time-wise to, help them be successful. But ultimately, that's what you sign up for. But then, you see it right now with Britney Spears had a big, deal with her parents. Shouldn't have to come to that, to where as they get to adults that you're, fighting your own, in this case, children, or in Michael Oher's case, adoptive family in court. And, there was a Jamar Gibbs, the first round pick from Alabama to Detroit, has the same thing. So, one of the things that Stephen A. Smith said is, like, it made fashionable for rich families to adopt people that didn't look like them. And then obviously some of them have been able to be successful. So that story has been all over ESPN, been all over Good Morning America and all that stuff. So hopefully they can come to some sort of compromise, but it does not look.
There's enough resource. There's enough asset in the family for them to do right.
Yeah.
Even if, you didn't intend to deceive, it ended up in deception.
Right.
Purposeful or not. Yes, there was good done. Be careful how you evaluate the system from a distance. There are mechanics to it. Let those people work out their business as you would like to work out yours.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but we shall see. But
I ain't had nobody adopt me and offer me, that kind of money. So I don't know how I would respond.
Yeah, well, I think
I have no idea how I would respond.
He has a pretty unique story. Went into a movie, very profitable movie. The more of the times the movie's been played or sold, more of those checks roll in for the family that never went to Michael Oher. So that needs to be rectified. But with that being said, we have rectified another Thursday, another day closer.
You know who's up next? 30.
30?
30.
Oh, yeah, AG. It is
30.
My days are off because all I've been thinking about is the countdown to the get down in MPLS. So Mon Green's next. He's going to take you to the 7 o'clock hour, but we are 2 weeks away. Pass it off to the homeboy Amon. Tomorrow night, me and Nick on the call. Lincoln Pius, the 10th against Lincoln Northwest.
Let's go!
First one of many. Looking forward to you guys listening tomorrow. Old school, J Foreman, DP, we are out.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Our Remington Homes has really expanded and taken off in the last 5 years.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about their exciting new division, Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier and more affordable.
The exciting thing about a Remington home is you get to choose your floor plan from predetermined floor plans. You can select your options. We give you a lot of choices. By selecting certain floor plans, they're just easier to build. And you couple that with our great lot selection in all different areas. People do not want to be married to their house payment. They want to get a nice house with nice finishes in a great area for an affordable price. And that's